Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital fans, we've got Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, so desperate to get Drew Cain Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, away from Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, that she may have to use the dirty secret about them sleeping together. But will Drew fit the script on Nina? So this week we've got Willow losing patience with Nina when she walked in on Drew and Nina's heated confrontation. That was right after Drew accused Nina of being jealous because he wants Willow and not her, and basically said Nina is still hot for him. She tried to cover. Unfortunately, Drew didn't blab to Willow that Nina was rifling his safe, but Drew can always do that later. Now this is just one more thing he can use to hold over Nina's head while getting what he wants from Willow. And Nina's daughter, of course, demanded to know why her mom was even at Drew's house. And Nina, she told a partial truth that she was trying to convince Drew why it's not a good idea for Willow to move in with him right now because of Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, the custody case. But Nina caught an earful from Willow, who pushed back hard on Nina, saying she's being manipulative and that Willow's tired of Nina trying to push her opinion on them. So basically Nina has run out of ways to convince Willow that Drew is no good. And part of the problem is that Nina and Carly Corinthos Spencer, currently played by Laura Wright, pushing on Willow, have made Drew even more forbidden fruit than he already was. And we all know how yummy that forbidden fruit is. Plus Willow can't seem to see what a total creep that Drew is on General Hospital, and she keeps enabling his antics. So out of sheer desperation, Nina may finally confess and tell Willow that she and Drew were sleeping together before he hopped into bed with Willow. And of course, if Nina goes that route, well, I think Drew is going to try and fit the script on her, because he has mastered gaslighting Willow. We all see it. So Drew may say, "Yes, sure, Nina and I slept together, but I dumped her because I wanted to be with you. I never touched her again, and now your mom is obsessed with me." Drew may tell Willow that Nina's jealousy is why she doesn't want her moving in with him. Drew might even tell Willow that Nina's mad because he refused to sleep with her anymore, say that she's a bad mom who's trying to steal Willow's man. It seems to be starting already, because when Drew caught Nina in his house, he accused her of wanting him back. Now Nina practically laughed in Drew's face, because that is the furthest thing from the truth. But considering how devious and despicable that Drew is, if Nina tells the truth, then the reveal may backfire on her, with Willow turning against her instead of Drew, because Nina telling the truth probably won't sound as convincing as Drew telling whatever lie that he does. So it may actually wind up that this dirty sex secret turns Willow against Nina, and then all the progress that Nina's made with their mother-daughter relationship could be trashed. Drew may be able to flip this situation totally around to his advantage and make Nina look completely awful. The way that Drew has Willow wrapped around his little finger and other parts, she might believe whatever he says about her mom Nina. I mean, let's face it, given how insistent that Willow's mom has been about keeping them apart, if he goes this route, it may sound plausible. And to be fair, it did look like Nina went from hate sex to starting to fall for Drew for a minute. She was so passionate about his campaign. Part of it was her trying to keep him away from Willow, but part of it was, I think, she was actually starting to like him. But once everything came out, everybody at the Key Mansion saw that video of Drew and Willow doing the naughty in the nursery. Well, Nina was totally done with Drew, and the way he acted after that killed any affection or friendliness or admiration as a politician that Nina felt for him. But it doesn't matter now, because Willow believes pretty much anything that Drew says. And she already told Nina she's not going to believe anything that comes out of her mouth about Drew. So fact is, he may soon have Nina right where he wants her, and Willow may disown her mom. And on top of that, Nina actually may not even get the chance to drop the dirty bombshell about them hooking up, because Ned Ashton, Waddy Kurth, and Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, are talking about outing that same secret, because they know from Cody Bell's, Josh Kelly, outburst that Nina was sleeping with Drew. Ned wants to use Drew's fling with Nina to blackmail him into backing off the Key family crypt. And if Drew doesn't agree to cooperate, Ned plans to blow up Drew's relationship with Willow by spilling about General Hospital continues to evolve. The complex relationships between its characters are taking unexpected turns, particularly when it comes to Drew Cain and Nina Reeves. The plot surrounding Drew and Nina's secret affair has been a slow-burning narrative filled with tension, deceit, and emotional manipulation. But as the days roll on, Drew begins to take control of the situation in ways no one expected, outfoxing Nina with his calculated moves. As the stakes rise, Nina's obsession with Drew comes to light, unraveling a series of consequences that no one could have predicted. The upcoming episodes of General Hospital promise to be packed with revelations, power struggles, and a dramatic confrontation that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. Nina Reeves, who has been a force to be reckoned with in Port Charles, has always maintained an air of confidence and control in both her personal and professional life. However, her obsession with Drew Cain has become an undeniable factor in the complex web of relationships that surrounds her. Over time, viewers have seen Nina's emotions become more entangled with Drew, leading her to make decisions that blur the lines between passion, power, and obsession. Drew, on the other hand, is no stranger to navigating complicated relationships, but his connection with Nina has reached a point of no return. From the moment Drew and Nina's affair began, there was an underlying sense of danger and uncertainty. Both characters brought their own baggage into the relationship, and as the affair progressed, so did the consequences. Drew, a man of principle and reason, has always been someone who values loyalty and transparency, yet with Nina, those values have been challenged. As Nina's attachment to Drew grew, her possessiveness became more apparent, and this obsession would eventually lead to a showdown that neither of them could have anticipated. The affair between Drew and Nina was always destined to be a precarious situation. From the outside, it seemed like a simple connection born from shared experiences and mutual attraction. However, behind closed doors, the affair quickly took on a life of its own. Drew's pragmatic approach to life made him reluctant to fully embrace the relationship, while Nina's emotions and insecurities drove her deeper into an obsessive spiral. As Drew found himself increasingly cornered by Nina's feelings, he began to plot a way to regain control of the situation, realizing that their secret affair could no longer stay hidden without devastating consequences. In the upcoming episodes, Drew will start to flip the narrative on Nina, outfoxing her at every turn. Drew, who has always been a man of intellect and emotional restraint, will begin to use Nina's obsession against her, turning the tables in a way that no one, not even Nina, could have anticipated. This shift in power dynamics will be a pivotal moment for both characters, as Drew, recognizing Nina's emotional weakness, starts to make calculated decisions that will shape the course of their relationship. Drew's ability to remain level-headed and strategic, even in the face of intense personal pressure, is what ultimately sets him apart from Nina. While Nina is driven by her emotions, Drew is able to detach himself and think logically about the best course of action. His keen sense of understanding human behavior and his knowledge of Nina's tendencies give him the upper hand in their twisted dance of deception. As Nina becomes increasingly fixated on Drew, believing that their connection is something that can be manipulated and controlled, Drew realizes that it is time to take matters into his own hands. Drew will not allow himself to be cornered or controlled by Nina's emotions. In a bold and unexpected move, Drew will confront Nina about her obsession with him. This confrontation will be a turning point in their affair, as Drew calls Nina out on her behavior and makes it clear that he will not be manipulated or held captive by her emotions. In a calculated and decisive moment, Drew will accuse Nina of being obsessed, flipping the script on her and forcing her to confront the unhealthy nature of her attachment to him. This accusation will catch Nina off guard, as she has always considered herself in control of the situation. But Drew's sharp intellect and emotional detachment will shatter that illusion. As Drew calls Nina's obsession into question, the tension between the two will reach a boiling point. Nina, who has long prided herself on her ability to control situations, will find herself on the defensive for the first time in a long while. She will struggle to regain control of the situation, but Drew's calm and calculated approach will leave the feeling vulnerable and exposed. In this critical moment, Nina's true feelings will surface, revealing the depth of her obsession with Drew and the lengths to which she is willing to go. This confrontation will have significant consequences not just for Drew and Nina, but for everyone around them. As the affair and Nina's obsession become public knowledge, the ripple effects will be felt across Port Charles. Friends, family, and colleagues will be forced to pick sides, and the repercussions of Drew and Nina's relationship will reverberate through the lives of those they are closest to. For Drew, this confrontation with Nina will be a moment of clarity and empowerment. He will realize that he can no longer let Nina's obsession dictate his actions or his future. As he outfoxes Nina, Drew will regain control of the narrative and begin to take the necessary steps to distance himself from her toxic influence. This move will not come without its challenges, as Nina will not let go of Drew without a fight. Her obsession with him will only deepen, and she will resort to desperate measures to try to reel him back into her world. However, Drew's resolve will be unshakable, and he will stand firm in his decision to break free from Nina's emotional grip. The dynamics between Drew and Nina will shift in the coming days, with Drew taking the lead and Nina scrambling to maintain her hold on him. This power struggle will be one of the most intense and dramatic aspects of the storyline, as both characters fight for control of their fates. Drew will emerge as the victor in this battle of wills, using his intellect and emotional strength to outsmart Nina and bring their secret affair to a close. However, Nina's obsession with Drew will not fade easily, and the consequences of their relationship will continue to haunt both of them. As the drama unfolds, Drew's actions will have a lasting impact on the people around him. His decision to confront Nina and take control of his own destiny will inspire those who have watched him struggle with his emotions and loyalties. Meanwhile, Nina's obsession will continue to spiral out of control, causing tension and conflict in her relationships with others. The fallout from their affair will ripple through Port Charles, affecting not only Drew and Nina, but everyone who has been caught in their web of deceit. In conclusion, the battle between Drew Cain and Nina Reeves is far from over. As Drew outfoxes Nina and calls her obsession into the light, the dynamics of their relationship will shift in dramatic and unexpected ways. Nina's obsession with Drew will continue to drive her actions, while Drew will use his intelligence and emotional strength to regain control of his life. The secret affair that once held them together will now pull them apart, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. As the story unfolds, viewers will be left wondering how far Nina will go to get Drew back, and whether Drew can truly escape the grip of Nina's obsession. Whatever the outcome, it is clear that the repercussions of their relationship will reverberate throughout the lives of everyone involved in Port Charles.